had my Sunday ready, and then by the time I got home Sunday, it was too late. And then I had my Monday ready, and then Monday was full, and then the same today. But we're going to do all of them together, and it'll be just fine. And I hope that you've been continue to reading in the First Samuel. But if you haven't, that's okay. I'm going to get you caught up. And of course, Samuel is the prophet, and now there's a king on the scene because the Israelites have not wanted to obey the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, so they keep trying to do everything and that's right in their own eyes, including having a king. Samuel gave a warning of this was not the way God would prefer or have them do to have, because they were supposed to be different from other nations, but yet they have chosen a king. So we know his name as Saul, who was head and shoulders above everyone else, and so this is why they picked him. We're continuing in First Samuel now, chapter. Okay, hopefully it'll stay on. I don't know what's going on. I can't control YouTube. Anyways, so First Samuel chapter 9 is where I'm going to try, and we're going to try and get through all the 12 chapters with the talking about each one along the way. So, 1 Samuel chapter 9. Now there was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish, the son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, the son of Bechorath, the son of Ephiah, a Benjamite, blah, 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 a Benjamite. How about I say it right? A mighty man of power. And he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man, a goodly, and there was not among the children of Israel a goodlier person. So that's pretty good. Then he, from his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any of the people, which means he was tall. And the asses of Kish, Saul's father, were lost. And Kish said to Saul his son, take now one of the servants with thee, arise and go and seek the asses. And he passed through Mount Ephraim and passed through the land of Shalashia, but they found them not. Then they passed through the land of Shalom, and there they were not. And he passed through the land of the Benjaminites, but they were found them not. And when they were come to the land of Zeph, Saul said to a servant, there was with them, come and let us return, lest my father leave caring for the asses and take thought for us. And he said unto him, behold, now there is in the city a man of God, and he is honorable man. All that he saith cometh surely to pass. Now let us go hither, peradventure he can show us our way that we should go. Then said Saul to his servant, but behold, if we go, what shall we bring the man? For the bread is spent in our vessels, and there's not a present to bring the man of God. What have we? And the servant answered Saul again and said, behold, I have here at the hand fourth part of a shekel of silver, that I will give to the man of God to tell us our way. Hello, and if you're just joining, we're in 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 8. And the servant answered Saul again and said, behold, I have here at the hand the fourth part of a shekel of silver, that I will give to the man of God to tell us our way. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, come and let's go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. Then said Saul to his servant, well said, come, let us go. So they went into the city where the man of God was. And as they were up on the hill to the city, they found young maidens going out to draw water, and said unto them, is the seer here? And they answered them and said, he is. Behold, he is before you. Make haste now, for he came today to the city, for there is a sacrifice of the people today in the high place. As soon as you be come into the city, you shall straightway find him, before you go up to the high place to eat, for the people will not eat until he come, because he doth bless the sacrifice, and afterwards they eat that be bidden. Now therefore get you up, for about this time ye shall find him. And they went up into the city, and when they came to the city, behold, Samuel came out against them for to go up to the high place. Now the Lord had told Samuel in his ear a day before Saul came, saying, tomorrow, about this time, I will send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin, and thou shalt anoint him to be captain over my people of Israel. He may save my people out of the hand of the Philistines, for I have looked upon my people, because their cry is come to me. And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said unto him, behold, the man whom I spake to thee of, this same shall reign over my people. Then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate, and said, tell me, I pray thee, where the seer's house is. And Samuel answered Saul and said, I am the seer. Go up before me into the high place, for ye shall eat with me today, and tomorrow I will let thee go, and will tell thee all that is in thine heart. And as for thine asses, they were lost 3 days ago. Set not thy mind on them, for they are found. And on whom is all the desire of Israel? Is it not on thee and all thy father's house? And Saul answered and said, Am not I a Benjamite of the smallest of the tribes of Israel? And my family the least of the families of the tribe of Benjamin? Wherefore then speakest thou so to me? And Samuel took Saul and his servant, and brought them into the parlor, and made them sit in the chiefest place among them that were bidden, which were about 30 persons. And Samuel said unto the cook, Bring the portion which I give thee, of which I said unto thee, Set it by thee. And the cook took up the shoulder and that which was upon it, and set it before Saul, and said, Behold, that which is left, set it before thee, and eat, for unto this time hath been kept for thee, since I said, I have invited people. So Saul did eat with Samuel that day. And when they were come down from the high place in the city, Samuel communed with Saul upon the top of the house. And they rose early, and it came to pass about the spring of the day that Samuel called Saul to the top of the house, saying, Up, that I may send thee away. And Saul arose, and they went out, both of them, he and Samuel, abroad. And as they were going down to the end of the city, Samuel said to Saul, Bid the servant pass on before us. And he passed on. But stand thou still a while, that I may show thee the word of God. Chapter 10, verse 1. Then Samuel took a vial of oil, and poured it upon his head, and kissed him, and said, Is it not because the Lord hath anointed thee to be captain over his inheritance? When thou art departed from me today, then thou shalt find 2 men by Rachel's sepulchre in the border of Benjamin at Zelzah, and they will say unto thee, The asses which thou wentest to seek are found. And lo, thy father hath left the care of the asses, and sorroweth for you, saying, What shall I do for my son? Then thou shalt go on forward from thence, and thou shalt come to the plain with Tabor, and thou shalt meet thee 3 men going up to God to Bethel, one carrying 3 kids, and another carrying 3 loaves of bread, and another carrying a bottle of wine. And they will salute thee, and give thee 2 loaves of bread, which thou shalt receive of their hands. After that thou shalt come to the hill of God, where is garrison of the Philistines. And it shall come to pass, when thou art come thither to the city, that thou shalt meet a company of the prophets coming down from the high place with a psaltery, and a tabret, and a pipe, and a harp before them, and they shall prophesy. And the Spirit of the Lord will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them, and it shall be turned into another man. And let it be, when these signs are come unto thee, that thou do occasion serve thee, for God is with thee. And thou shalt go down before me to Gilgal, and behold, I will come down unto thee to offer burnt offerings, and to sacrifice sacrifices of peace offerings 7 days. Shalt thou tarry till I come to thee, and show thee what thou shalt do? And it was so, that when he had returned to go from Samuel, and God gave him another heart, and all those signs came to pass that day. And when they came hither to the hill, behold, a company of prophets met him, and the Spirit of God came upon him. And he prophesied among them. And it came to pass, when all that knew him before time saw, behold, he prophesied among the prophets. Then the people said one to another, What is this that is come unto the son of Kish? Is Saul also among the prophets? And one of the same place answered and said, But who is their father? Therefore it became a proverb, Is Saul also among the prophets? And when he had made an end of prophesying, he came to the high place, and Saul's uncle said unto him and to his servant, Whither went ye? And he said, To seek the asses. And when we saw that there were nowhere, we came to Samuel. And Saul's uncle said, Tell me, I pray thee, what Samuel said unto you. And Saul said unto his uncle, He told us plainly that the asses were found, but of the matter of the kingdom whereof Samuel spake, he told him not. And Samuel called the people together unto the Lord to Mizpah, and said unto the children of Israel, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I brought up Israel out of Egypt, and delivered you out of the hand of Egyptians, and out of the hand of all the kingdoms, and of them they oppressed you. And you have this day rejected your God, who himself saved you out of all your adversities and your tribulations. And ye have said unto him, Nay, but set a king over us. Now therefore present yourselves before the Lord by your tribes and by your thousands. And when Samuel had caused all the tribes of Israel to come near, the tribe of Benjamin was taken. And when he had caused the tribe of Benjamin to come near by the families, the family of Matri was taken, and Saul the son of Kish was taken. And when they had sought him, he could not be found. Therefore they inquired of the Lord further, if the man should not come thither. And the Lord answered, Behold, he hath hid himself among the stuff. And they ran and fetched him thence. And when he stood among the people, he was higher than any of the people from his shoulders and upward. And Samuel said all to the people, See ye him, for whom the Lord hath chosen. There is none like him among all the people. And all the people shouted and said, God save the king. I bet you didn't know that's where it came from. The Bible. Then Samuel told the people the manner of the kingdom, and wrote in the book, and laid it up before the Lord. And Samuel sent all the people away, every man to his house. And Saul also went home to Gibeah, and there went with him a band of men whose hearts God had touched. But the children of Belial said, How shall this man save us? And they despised him, and brought him no presents. But he held his peace. So Saul was from what tribe? That was Benjamin, the tribe of Benjamin. Now, they had been through a lot, and that's why they were the smallest tribe, if you remember. They had made some poor choices along the way, which caused them to be defeated and lose a lot of men, but they were still there. So, what was the significance about Saul's appearance? Well, he was taller than everyone else, a whole head and shoulder above all the people. Not only that, he was a goodly man, and that's what the Bible says. So what did God give Saul? The seer, the prophet, which was Samuel. One and the same is what they said, because they could see the future, meaning God gave them a vision of the future. And so what did Saul mention about when he was asked? What did Saul mention nothing about? Well, he never told anyone, what Samuel said. And so what did Saul do when he was criticized? He held his peace. So Saul would later go bad, but at the start of his kingdom, these things reveal that he was a humble man. Beware of letting leadership or authority change you for the worse. Don't let it go to your head like Saul did. So as we continue, 1 Samuel 11, we'll see that the Nahash and the Ammonite came up and encamped against Jabesh Gilead. And all the men of Jabesh said unto Nahash, Make a covenant with us, and we will serve thee. And Nahash the Ammonite answered them, On this condition, like, if you do this, we'll do that. So this is what he says. On this condition will I make a covenant with you, that I may thrust out all your right eyes, and lay it for a reproach upon all Israel. That doesn't sound like a good covenant. And the elders of Jabesh said unto him, Give us 7 days respite, that we may send messengers unto all the coasts of Israel. And then if there be no man to save us, we will come out to thee. Basically, we're going to see if anyone will help us. And if not, then they'll cry out to them. So then came to the messengers to Gibeah of Saul, and told the tidings in the ears of the people. And all the people lifted up their voices and wept. And behold, Saul came after the herd out of the people. And Saul said, What aileth the people that they weep? And they told him the tidings of the men of Jabesh. And the Spirit of God came upon Saul when he heard those tidings, and his anger was kindled greatly. And he took a yoke of oxen, and hewed them in pieces, and sent them throughout all the coast of Israel by the hand of messengers, saying, Whosoever cometh not forth after Saul and after Samuel, so shall it be done unto his oxen. And the fear of the Lord fell on all the people, and they came out with one consent. And when he numbered them in Bezek, the children of Israel were 300,000, and the men of Judah 30,000. And they said unto the messengers that came, Thus ye say unto the men of Jabesh Gilead, Tomorrow by that time the sun be hot, ye shall have help. And the messengers came and showed it to the men of Jabesh, and they were glad. They were saved. Therefore the men of Jabesh said, Tomorrow we will come out unto you, and ye shall do with us as all seemeth good unto you. And it was so on the morrow that Saul put the people in 3 companies, and they came in the midst of the host in the morning and watched, and they slew the Ammonites until the heat of the day. And it came to pass that they which remained were scattered, so that 2 of them were not left together. And the people said unto Samuel, Who is it he that saith, Shall Saul reign over us? Bring the men, that we may put them to death. And Saul said, There shall not be a man be put to death this day, for today the Lord hath wrought salvation in Israel. Then said Samuel to the people, Come and let us go to Gilgal, and renew the kingdom there. And all the people went to Gilgal, and there they made Saul king before the Lord in Gilgal. And there they sacrifice of peace offerings before the Lord. And there Saul and all the men of Israel rejoiced greatly. So what came upon Saul? The Spirit of God came upon Saul. And the men of what town almost had to lose their right eye, but Saul saved them? That was Jabesh. Who were the Israelites fighting? Ammonites. What was the people's reaction to those that did not want Saul as king? Well, they said, Bring the men that said this so that we may put them to death. But Saul told them, No one's dying today, basically. That's not what's going to happen. So why did Samuel gather the people at Gilgal? To let everyone know that Saul was going to be the king before the Lord. Lastly, chapter 12, and we'll be done for this evening. 1 Samuel 12. And Samuel said unto all Israel, Behold, I have hearkened unto your voice in all that ye have said to me, and have made a king over you. And now, behold, the king walketh before you. And I am old and grey-headed, and behold, my sons are with you. I have walked before you from my childhood unto this day. Behold, here I am witness against me before the Lord, and before his anointed, whose ox have I taken, and whose ass have I taken, or whom have I defrauded? Whom have I oppressed? Or whose hand have I received any bribe to blind mine therewith? And I will restore it unto you. And they said, Thou hast not defrauded us, nor oppressed us, neither hast thou taken aught of any man's hand. And he said unto them, The Lord is witness against you, and his anointed is witness this day, that ye have not found aught in my hand. And they answered, He is witness. And Samuel said unto the people, It is the Lord that advanced Moses and Aaron, and that brought your fathers up out of the land of Egypt. Now therefore stand still, that I may reason with you before the Lord of all the righteous acts of the Lord, which he did unto you and to your fathers. And when Jacob was come into Egypt, and your fathers cried unto the Lord, then the Lord sent Moses and Aaron, which brought forth your fathers out of Egypt, and made them dwell in this place. And when they forgat the Lord their God, he sold them into the hand of Sisera, captain of the host of Hazar, into the hand of the Philistines, into the hand of the king of Moab. And they fought against them, and they cried unto the Lord, and said, We have sinned, because we have forsaken the Lord, and have said Balaam and Asheroth. But now deliver us out of the hand of our enemies, and we will serve thee. And the Lord sent Jerubbaal, and Baden, and Jephthah, and Samuel, and delivered you out of the hand of your enemies on every side, and you dwelled safe. And when you saw that Nahash, the king, the children of Ammon, came against you, you said unto me, Nay, but a king shall reign over us, when the Lord your God was your king. Now therefore, behold the king whom you have chosen, and whom you have desired, and behold, the Lord has set a king over you. If you will fear the Lord and serve him, the Lord gave him a king, and this is what he's saying. If you will fear the Lord and serve him, and obey his voice, and not rebel against the commandment of the Lord, then ye shall both ye and also the king that reigneth over you continue following the Lord your God. But if you will not obey the voice of the Lord, but rebel against the commandment of the Lord, then shall the hand of the Lord be against you, as it was against your fathers. Now therefore stand and see this great thing which the Lord will do before your eyes. Is it not wheat harvest today? I will call unto the Lord, and he shall send thunder and rain, that ye may perceive and see that your wickedness is great, which ye have done in the sight of the Lord in asking you a king. So Samuel called unto the Lord, and the Lord sent thunder and rain that day. And all the people greatly feared the Lord and Samuel. And all the people said unto Samuel, Pray for the servants unto the Lord thy God, that we die not, for we have added unto all our sins this evil to ask us a king. And Samuel said unto the people, Fear not, ye have done all this wickedness, yet turn not aside from following the Lord, but serve the Lord with all your heart. And turn ye not aside, for then ye should go after vain things which cannot profit nor deliver, for they are vain. For the Lord will not forsake his people for his great name's sake, because it hath pleased the Lord to make you his people. Moreover, as for me, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you. But I will teach you the good and the right way. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart, for consider how great things he hath done for you. But if ye shall do wickedly, ye shall be consumed, both ye and your king. This chapter is Samuel's sermon addressed to the people at Gilgal after the victory. What did they witness before the Lord? that that Saul did not defraud. He never oppressed and never took anything, and he didn't rebel against the commandment. So, what did the people have to do to be blessed by God? Fear the Lord, serve Him, obey His voice, and not rebel against the commandment. So Samuel said it would be a sin against the Lord if he ceased to pray for the people. We have a responsibility to pray for one another. And Samuel never wanted them to have a king. He concludes his sermon by basically telling them, with their king, that it's not going to do them any good if they continue to do wickedly. So, isn't God full of mercy here? We will continue in the life of Saul and the Israelites tomorrow. If you'll join me, we'll also, our Bible verse is Micah 6:8. He has showed thee, O man, what is good. And what did the Lord desire of thee but to do justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with thy God? Micah 6:8. Have a blessed night.